But when you committed a crime of domestic violence with her, you were treating her as a wife. Correct? You got that? The offense will not wiped out from back date because the marriage is declared void from the date of inception. But during that period, she was your wife. Now you were treating her as a wife and you committed crime as a wife.
I might be treating her as wife, but she was not my wife factually, that is for sure. Because she was, in her mind, she was actually married to somebody else. She has not taken divorce from her first husband. I was a victim of fraud. And out of fraud, I was treating her.
Woman can be punished for second marriage.
Yes, my lord. She can be punished for second marriage. Bigamy, yes.
Only husband. Only husband.
Bigamy is an offense. As for section 17 also, Lord. But that offense, in domestic violence,
that has been omitted.
Is she covered under Domestic Violence Act or not? Can she file a case under Domestic Violence Act or not? Or she has to.
When she was ill-treated, she was you were treating her as a wife. This fact later on came into knowledge that it's a wife.
But that was all her, and she is getting benefit out of her own fraud.
That will not give you right to ill-treat.
That might not give you a complaint filed by a respondent under Section 12 of Domestic Violence Act. And the only ground for which this quashment has been seeked is that respondent is not legally married to the petitioner. Her first husband is still her valid husband, as she has not taken divorce from her first husband. And in that case, this is an admitted fact. She has admitted before the trial court in Section 125 maintenance case, before the judge, when the trial judge directly confronted her that have you taken divorce from your first husband? She clearly said that she has not taken divorce from her first husband. That is in Section P9, Lord.
When this fact came to your knowledge?
This fact came to my knowledge while we were residing together, my lord.
When?
In 2018, my lord. And as soon as this fact came to my knowledge, I filed a private complaint against her for fraud. And when the police investigated in the matter, they also took her statement.
How many years you lived as a husband and wife? After marriage, date of marriage क्या?
My lord, 11/12/2017.
11/12/17. And this fact came to your knowledge on?
In 2018, my lord.
Exact date बताइए.
There's no particular exact date, my lord, as of.
आपने जो
Yes, the private complaint that has been filed.
That is an excerpt. आपको डिग्री हो गया, डिवोर्स हो गया?
Police report is page number 48. Yes, sir.
आपका डिवोर्स हुआ कि नहीं अभी?
No, my lord. Divorce has not yet been, nullity has been filed. That is pending. But other than that, she has admitted the fact that she has not taken divorce from her first husband. That is an Section P9, my lord. My lord, may please see.
ये है आपका एक फैमिली कोड नागर.
Private complaint is P6, my lord.
एक डाइवोर्स डिक्री लगी है 3911 की.
ये इसको उनका सेकंड हस्बैंड था.
That is second.
सेकंड
और
हस्बैंड. फर्स्ट हस्बैंड से डिवोर्स नहीं लिया. एंड सेकंड हस्बैंड से डिवोर्स लेते वक्त कोर्ट को ये बताया नहीं कि मैं ऑलरेडी शादी हो चुकी थी. And that is how she has got the divorce, and the divorce was ex parte.
तो आपका कहना कि दूसरी मैरिज डाइवोर्स हो गया तो फर्स्ट वाली रेस्टोर हो गई?
फर्स्ट वाली कभी उन्हें डिस्क्लोज हमें की ही नहीं थी. जब हमें डिस्क्लोज की गई उसके बाद हमने प्राइवेट कंप्लेंट फाइल करी. दैट इज Section P6.
4/8/2018 को आपको डिस्क्लोज हुआ है.
Yes, sir.
और where is the complaint of domestic violence? Which is the complaint?
The report has been called.
माननीय मैंने लगा रखा.
रिकॉर्ड आया क्या?
नहीं, मैं माननीय एनेक्चर R4
R4
पेज नंबर 33 से 53.
Now in here also this fact has not been disclosed. She is still silent on this fact. पहली शादी हुई थी, उससे हमने डिवोर्स नहीं लिया. उसके बाद दूसरी शादी हुई, दूसरी शादी से डिवोर्स लिया, एक्स पार्टी लिया. यहाँ पे भी नहीं डिस्क्लोज किया.
रिकॉर्ड आया सुन देखिए.
माननीय एनेक्चर R4 पेज नंबर 33 से 53 माननीय.
सेकंड डिवोर्स के बारे में डिस्क्लोज किया.
ठीक है.
एंड ऑन दिस ग्राउंड अलॉट उनका 125 मेंटेनेंस केस डिसमिस कर दिया गया.
हुआ
जी ठीक. General live-in relationships are covered under Domestic Violence Act, but not all live-in relationships.
Which has been committed under the Domestic Violence Act.
Live-in
when you were treating her as a wife.
Yes, my lord.
That time you had no knowledge about it.
Yes, my lord.
That time, the husband and wife. Later on, it came to your knowledge, and that marriage, your marriage, has not been declared void till date.
No, my lord. For that
has not been dissolved. ये आपका ground है कि it is void, but it is avoidable.
My lord, it is not voidable as related to.
But there has been some declaration back.
Section 11 of HMA clearly says, my lord, that there is no formal declaration required if the marriage.
Then why you approach the court?
Because of this confusion that has been created. But if the facts are very clear, then a formal declaration is not required if I am falling into the category of 5(1) of Hindu Marriage Act. Now,
Okay.
5(1) of Hindu Marriage
Leave
Act.
that part, that legal out. But when you committed a crime of domestic violence with her, you were treating her as a wife.
My lord.
Correct?
My lord.
You got that?
My lord.
So offense will not wiped out from back date because the marriage is declared void from the date of inception. But during that period, she was your wife.
No,
you
my
were treating her as a wife and you committed crime as a wife.
I might be treating her as wife, but she was not my wife factually, that is for sure. Because she was, in her mind, she was actually married to somebody else. She has not taken divorce from her first husband. I was a victim of fraud. And out of fraud, I was treating her.
That day you had no knowledge.
I was having no knowledge, but I have entirely been a victim of it. Of the fraud that she has committed upon me. Now she is taking benefit of the fraud that she has committed upon me.
So you can ill-treat the person who committed a fraud.
If
You have
that,
a right to ill-treat.
if that may be, still the provisions of...
Can you beat a crime, a
No,
criminal
No, my lord.
in your custody?
But in that case, also the provisions of domestic violence will not arise. Definitely there is IPC. She can claim her acts in the offences of IPC.
मैडम वो देना सपोज उसके बाद डाइवोर्स हो जाता है हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ में तो क्या पुरानी प्रोसीडिंग 498 और ये सब खत्म हो जाएंगे जो क्राइम हुआ है
It's null and void. The marriage is entirely null and
yet to
void.
be declared, mister. That is yet to be declared.
That formal declaration is not needed. Again, that is a law.
Then you withdraw your case.
I will withdraw if that helps me in this case. Definitely, I'll withdraw my case. I'm just filing it for my own security because definitely I will be marrying the next person.
Because you yourself, you have yet to prove that
Social declaration is
Earlier-
needed in regards to the society, my lord. I'll be marrying the next person. The next person will
what
be
done
demanding.
the second husband took a divorce.
Not second, she took the divorce from her second
Who took?
husband, and that was ex parte.
उसकी भी तो कोई अपील पेंडिंग नहीं
नहीं, उसकी कोई अपील पेंडिंग नहीं है. My lord, if my lord, may please see pressure P9, my lord. And the definition of aggrieved person in Domestic Violence Act, my lord, that is 2F.
इसमें लिखा एग्री पर्सन मींस एनी वुमन हु इज और हैज बीन इन डोमेस्टिक रिलेशन
Yes, my lord.
एंड डोमेस्टिक रिलेशन इज डिफाइंड
Again, that
means
is
a relationship between two persons who live or have at any point of time lived together in a shared house when they related by consanguinity, marriage, or through relationship in the nature of marriage,
And in this, live-in relationships are included.
adoption, or are in family member living together.
Now, relationship
It's a
in the
very wide
nature of
definition.
marriage has nowhere been defined, and that is defined in the Apex Court by the Apex Court, my lord, in this ruling.
तो वाइफ ही नहीं हो तो फिर तो लिव इन ट्रीट हो जाएगा.
Live and treat हो जाएगा. Now, live and treat में, my lord, if my lord may please see page number 30, para number 33 of this. In our opinion, a relationship in the nature of marriage is akin to a common law marriage. Common law marriages requires that although not being formally married, the couples must hold themselves out to society as being akin to spouses. They must be of legal age to marry. They must be otherwise qualified to enter into a legal marriage, including being unmarried. Now, this is a rider to it, my lord. That is how every living relationship is not covered by domestic relationship. Now, because of this, she is not having any right to file a case against me in as per Domestic Violence Act.
Where is the bar of second marriage?
Where is that?
Where is the bar of second marriage?
There is no bar for second marriage.
I mean,
Bar of second marriage as a...
there is no bar. Women can be punished for second marriage.
Yes, my lord. She can be punished for second marriage. Bigamy, yes.
Only husband. Only husband.
Lord, bigamy is an offense. As per section 17 also, my lord.
So-
But that offense, my lord, in domestic violence,
That has been omitted now.
my lord, is she covered under Domestic Violence Act or not? Can she file a case under Domestic Violence Act or not? For she has to.
When she was ill-treated, she was you were treating her as a wife. This fact later on came into knowledge that it's a void.
But that was
And that
fraud,
has
my
not
lord.
been-
And she is getting
No, will
benefit
not-
out of her own fraud.
That will not give you right to ill-treat her.
That might not give me, but the provisions she has to use the right provisions.
Domestic violence.
She can file a case against me in IPC.
She was living as a wife at that time. That is enough. That comes under the definition of a relationship.
But as soon as it is declared null and void, this
Sure.
case will be.
तो वो retrospective से सारा crime wiped out नहीं होगा उससे.
No, she was not my wife.
चलिए. You want a finding? Otherwise, you better contest on merit. No, I'm not convinced. You want finding on merit or I?
But I will draw my case. Lord. My lord,
I can give a good law if you are ready. I can decide all these issues. There is no problem.
my lord, kindly give me the order on merits.
और मेरिट
On merits.
चलिए लिखिए.
माननीय इस संबंध में मैं भी रिप्लाई में थोड़ा सा कहूँगा.
अरे पांडे जी आपको समझ में नहीं आएगा. आई एम डिसमिसिंग.
माननीय
फिर कुछ क्या आपके मुंह से निकल आएगा तो फिर एडमिट हो जाएगी.
सॉरी माननीय